Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Studio Series War for Cybertron Ironhide. That is right, this is not the Gamer Edition subline. This doesn't have a number anymore. Looking at the box, there's no, the Gamer Edition, or the Studio series has changed. We don't have our backdrops anymore. I wasn't sure when this was first announced how I felt about it, the change, because I'd gotten used to the numbering system, but I will admit I like the fact that the titles are so much shorter on my videos now. Here is Ironhide in a Voyager, like, Cybertronian SUV mode. This is a repaint of Ratchet with a new head remold and a slightly different weapon. We have here, in my mind, this is like some sort of heavy machine gun. I don't know the game well enough to identify what specific blaster this is, but it does have two tabs here that can tab right on the back here. And you can see here there's some mold flash. I'll say this, the quality control has been a little disappointing on this guy. But overall, I mean, it rolls just fine. It's a big chunky vehicle. He's got the same axe as Ratchet, although I think that this bright red is the same. This metallic gunmetal gray is the same. The prototype plastic they're using is a little disappointing compared to Ratchet, which we can do a quick comparison. Here we go. Here are they next to each other. And here's my first complaint. And I don't know it's a complaint about the toy so much as the design. Ratchet is just much more visually interesting here. We have, and we're going to take this off and this off. We have, you know, several colors visible here. We've got this pearlescent red, the painted plastic. We've got the same red plastic, I believe, essentially, that Ironhide has. To me, to my eyes, those look like the same color there. But we also have this white. We also have a symbol. We have these black painted pieces, which are the same here, but they also kind of meld in with these gray unpainted pieces. The bright red has like little pink bits, and they just seem to shine out a little better on this version than on this version. And we can see, again, some slight remolding. We've got a slight difference here between what this front section looks like. On the sides, it's, you know, it's identical. It's just tampographed differently. The wheels, same thing here. Like, the thicker pink lines are just more visually interesting. I'm not saying that Ironhide is bad. I'm just saying that Ratchet just, on first glance, Ratchet is the more interesting visually of these. We have seen this transformation before, so we are going to fast forward through it. And here we have Ironhide in his robot mode. And again, very similarly to Ratchet, it's a very solid Voyager. I do have my complaints, and I think they mostly stem from quality control issues. I do like, similarly to how I said before, I like the little pink accents. In alt mode, I wish there were more of them. They are a little hard to make out. I wish they were a little larger and a little brighter here. I wish there were pink accents on the gray. I think that's maybe a design issue. I feel like the character in the video game had like pink readout stuff, so more of that would have been nicer. But there's just fiddly bits. You probably saw even in the fast forwarded transformation, these little armature pieces don't engage all the way on these mushroom pegs. Like this one's a little malformed, so those tend to pop off. These little armature pieces are mostly fine, but they do highlight kind of the daintiness of the actual joint versus like how we're disguising it with this joint. Things like that. There's a little bit of looseness here. There's a little bit of looseness and rattle in the toy all around, which is unfortunate. He's still probably one of the better Voyagers. I'd say Ratchet is my favorite Gamer Edition Voyager. Then maybe it's Megatron and Starscream, and then Ironhide. And the reason why the difference between Ratchet and Ironhide is so big is really just that quality control stuff. we can see here between the two of them where we have had remolded sections. You can see Ratchets versus Ironhides. And again, I think visually Ratchet is the more interesting one. I also like this head sculpt better on this guy versus this head sculpt just seems a little small, a little pinheaded. I think I would have preferred a larger helmet with more room for a face. The difference in size between these two faces does, like, to me, that seems pretty big. Even though they're, you know, everywhere else they're the same. Now, he does have, of course, the same gimmick as before. This arm can come off, and this is loose, which is unfortunate. You can put on his blaster like so. And I don't like this as much either. If we're comparing that to Ratchet's, which is tighter, and coming in and open, oh no, it's on his back. I like the fact that this blaster fits around things. Like the peg kind of goes in and it fits around his forearm. I don't like that this is just a straight connection. It just seems dainty. Like I almost want, I would have liked if Ironhide, similar to like his Prime toy, both of these could come off and he had like big rotational machine guns or something. Something cool like that. As is, like, all the posability is the same here, you know, because of the mass on the leg, it's a little less than 90 degrees here, but the splits are fine. He does have ankle tilt. You got to watch out for the shoulder pieces, but he's got decent enough articulation. But things are just fiddly and loose enough that if you were to pick one, I think you pick Ratchet versus Ironhide. The other big difference between the two, I think, is their silhouettes. Where Ratchet's silhouette here, it just seems a little wider, and I think it's this chest piece difference. Whereas Ironhide feels skinnier, like almost too skinny for Ironhide. I think I just generally prefer Ratchet to Ironhide. That being said, it's still a pretty good Ironhide figure. If you're looking for a War for Cybertron, if you're a really big War for Cybertron fan and you want an Ironhide, you know, and you can obviously take off their guns and mix and match things like so. Oh. Like so. And that is, in this case, where you can take their arms and you can hide them back here. It, to me, is a pretty fun gimmick. I like the fact that the arms have storage. There's like, you slide it down and then there's a tab here that connects and you hide it in the backpack. That does make a big difference. These are the toy design is the best for that like swappable gimmick mechanic. And then Ironhide's gun does have a 5mm peg, which is nice because if you want to hold on to it, you know, you can just fine. So it is a mixed bag, which is disappointing because of how much I loved Ratchet. I kind of expected Ironhide here to be a slam dunk. And he's not really. He's solid, but it's not the slam dunk I expected. That being said, I don't need him on my shelf because I very much enjoy my existing Ironhide figure. They're obviously from very different franchises, but the Studio Series 86 Ironhide is still, to me, an exceptional toy. So this Ironhide is going to be a giveaway today. Just as a reminder, today is Thursday, the day the video is coming out, April 10th. On April 12th, I believe, that is Saturday, there will be a giveaway announcement for Transformers Generations Legacy United gears. So that is still coming up if you haven't had a chance to enter. Today's basically the last day to enter, so make sure you do. But if you want Transformers Generations Studio Series War for Cybertron Ironhide, you can absolutely enter. Just go down in the comments below. And I think my question for the question of the day, if you want to enter, you go down in the comments below and you answer the question of the day, is simple. We have, you know, the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron games, Transformers Devastation, I think are the three favorite games by people. But I'm curious to hear, what is your favorite robot game? It could be Transformers. It doesn't have to be Transformers. Outside of those three. So not counting those three, I think my favorite robot game is actually not a Transformers game. I really like the Metabots like Game Boy Advance RPGs. Those were a lot of fun. But yeah, go down in the comments below if you want to win this Ironhide and all his stuff. Let me know what your favorite robot game. It could be an obscure Transformers game. It could be just a Gundam game. You know, whatever you might be interested in. Go down and answer the question in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite robot game is, and then let me know that you want to enter the giveaway. And then 1 week from today, next Thursday the 17th, I believe, or maybe it's the 16th, whatever it is, I will announce the winner of Transformers Generations Studio Series War for Cybertron Ironhide. That's it for today's video. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!